Hello everyone, I am Aishwarya, Assistant Professor, Department of Mathematics, Dr. SNS College of Arts and Science. Today we are going to see a topic, a continuation of regression equation. In the previous video, we saw the definition of regression equation. Also, we found how to find the regression equation of y on x as well as the x on y. So here we are going to see an problem related to the regression equation. So after investigation, it has been found the demand for automobiles in a city depends mainly, if not entirely, upon the number of families residing in that city. Below are the given figures for the sales of automobiles in the five cities for the year 2019 and the number of families residing in those cities. So the given here a data is given. So the first data, that is the number of families, we are taken as x, and the sales of automobiles we are taken as y. So we have to fit a linear regression equation of y on x by the least square method and estimate the sales of the year 2020 for the city Belgavi, which is estimated to have 100 lakh families. Assume that the same relationship holds true. So now we are going to solve the problem. So as of I previously said, here we are going to take the number of families as x and the set of automobiles as y. So this is the data we obtained from the given questions. So after that we have to calculate the value of x square, y square and xy. So we already know how to find the value of x square. To find the value of x square, we have to square the value of x. By squaring all these values of x, I get an column x square. By multiplying all the values of x and y, I get an value of xy. So after that, we have to find the summation of all those values. By adding all the values of x, I get a value of summation x as 375. And as of same, by adding all the values of y, I get an answer of summation y as 141.7. In the same way, we have to find the value of the summation x square and summation xy. So after finding the table, we have to find the regression equation. So the first one is regression equation of y on x. That is, the equation is y is equal to a plus bx. So here we have for regression equation of y on x, the two normal equations are summation y is equal to na plus b summation x, and the second one is summation xy is equal to a into summation x plus b into summation x square. So substituting the values in the table, so we get two equations. We get two equations. By solving these two equations, we obtain the value of a and b. So the first equation is 141.7 is equal to 5a plus 375b, and the second equation is 10,849 is equal to 375a plus 28,625b. So these are the two equations. We get it from the normal equation. So now we are going to solve these two equations. By solving these two equations, we get an answer of b. So here the answer of b is equal to 0.443. Now we are going to substitute the value of b in the equation number 1. By substituting the value of b in the equation number 1 and further calculation, I get an answer of a as a is equal to minus 4.885. So by substituting these two values a and b in the regression equation of y on x, that is y is equal to a plus bx, we get an equation as y is equal to minus 4.885 plus 0.443x. The estimated sales of automobiles y in the city of Belgavi for the year 2020, where the number of families are 100 lakhs, which implies y is equal to, that is, we are going to substitute 100 instead of x. So after substituting the 100 instead of x, we get an answer as 39.415, which means the sales of automobiles will be 39,415 and number of families are so the next problem is, from the following data we have to find the regression lines. So these are the data which is given in this problem. So we have to find the regression equation. So I took capital employed as x and sales volume as y. So then we have to find the value of x square, y square and xy as we seen in the previous problem. So for x square we have to square the values of x, for y square we have to square the values of y, and for xy we have to multiply both x and y. So after finding all the values of x square, y square and xy, we have to find the summation values. For summation x, I have to add all the values of x and I got a value as 75. For summation y, I have to add all the values of y to get a value of summation y as 50. For summation x square, I have to add all the values of x square and I got an value was 769. For y square, I got an value was 380. And for summation xy, I got an value was 535. So after the table completion, we have to find the two regression lines. So the first one is regression equation of x and y, and the second one is regression equation of y on x. So this is the two equation, that is x minus x bar is equal to bxy into y minus y bar. This is the equation for regression equation of x1, and for y on x is equal to y minus y bar is equal to byx into x minus x bar. So first we are going to find what is the value of x bar and x bar. So we already know that the formula for x bar is equal to summation x by n, and for y bar is equal to summation y by n. By substituting all the values, I get an answer as x bar and y bar. So after finding the value of x bar and y bar, we are going to find the value of regression coefficient, that is bxy and byx. So the formula for bxy and byx is given. So we have to substitute the values for these bxy and bxy. By substituting and calculating, I get an answer for bxy is equal to 0.9815, and for bxy I get an answer as 1.0057. So now we are find all the values which we need for these two formulas. So now then we are going to substitute these values in the formulas. So we are going to find the value of x bar, y bar, bxy in this equation, and then also we have to substitute the value of x bar, y bar and bxy in the second equation. So after substituting this equation, we get two equations. So by simplifying, I get a first equation as x is equal to 3.2406 plus 0.9815, and the second equation is y is equal to minus 3.1784 plus 1.0057x. So these are the two regression equations we obtained from this problem. Thank you.